Hi there, this is Dale, and I'd like to talk about paperless turn-in using Google Drive. Many teachers have used paperless turn-in with Google Drive in one way, which is to have a student create a document and then share it back with the teacher. But I want to show you a different way to do it, and it's a little more of an outside of the box thinking, but it's a great use of Google resources. All right, first I want to use forms. If you haven't used forms before, that's okay. Just follow along. If you click Create and go down to Form, you'll see a new form pop up and you'll get a editable sheet. What we want to do is have students turn in their work through the form. And if you follow me here, you'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to use the form as sort of the old wire basket. Okay, and so let's just name this. I used to teach U.S. history, so let's do like a Cold War DBQ. Okay, and for our first question, we're just going to put student's name in because we want to know. What their name is. I know what my name is. I don't have to type that in. Okay, and we're going to make this a required question. We're going to click done, and you'll see that their name pops up. You can use really any question here. Maybe I put something like hour because I'd like to know what hour the student is in, and then I'm going to make that required too. And then if I want a new item, since the two sample ones are already provided, I go up to Add Item, and I go down to Text because I'd like to know the assignment name. Okay, and we're going to make this required. Even though it's Cold War DBQ, maybe there's a different name. And then finally, I'm going to add my last item. I'm going to make it a text box, and here's what I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put link to finished Google Doc. Okay, and in the help text here, I'm going to put in make sure you make your share settings anyone with a link. And that'll make more sense in a minute here, and this is definitely a required answer. Okay, so our form is done. Okay, when you're done with a form, make sure you click Save over here on the right, and then there's a lot of things with forms I'm not going to show here, but if you click at the bottom, this form will pop up, and you'll see Cold War DBQ. Let's pause here for a second, and let's go over to my test document. This is not a Cold War DBQ, but it is a document that I use for testing. And if we go over to the share settings, we're going to take a look at who has access. This says private. I want to change the private to anyone with a link. Then the access for anyone with a link is either can view, can comment, can edit. If I'm having students turn in work, I'm going to click on can edit. Okay, on the can edit function, I'm going to click save. Once I do that, anybody with this link at the top can see my work. Obviously, there's the privacy concerns here are it's open, but it's only open if you have a link, so it's open to who you want. So I'm gonna Command C on my Mac here and copy this and click done. Now I'm gonna go back to my form. Here's my name, first hour, Cold War DBQ, and I'm gonna paste Command V my link here, and I'm going to click Submit. Now, look at what awesome features this does for you as a teacher. If I go back to my drive, I click on Cold War DBQ, I will not get the form. Instead, I will get a spreadsheet that will have the timestamp of when it was turned in, the name, the hour, the assignment name, and look at this, the link to the finished Google Doc. And when I click on that, as a teacher, I will get the document. So it really, one of the advantages here would be that your drive does not get as cluttered with shared folders and these other types of things. The disadvantage is that maybe you have to create a form for all the assignments you want turned electronically, but there's some trade-offs here depending on which way you'd like to do it. So creating the wire basket and turning in papers, making sure that they are visible with anybody with a link, and filling out a form. Hope that helps, North. Have a great day.